Minivid Productions. This video is going to be, I think, going to be a two-part series, and I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to prepare the base or the foundation for Western Refinings. And then when I get done with that one, I will do another video on what I'm doing for Mariani and the rest of the area. Anyhow, just want to make a little bit of an announcement here. I went to Home Depot one time and brought him a sample of Floquil's aged concrete and asked Home Depot to make me up that color. And they did. They made me up a jar of aged concrete. I paid, like, I don't know, I think $3.95 for that versus $3.95 plus for these little bottles. The problem I had with this was that the only way I could apply this was with a brush, until I watched a show on one of the DIY programs. They had this contraption on there that I was pretty interested in. I don't know if you guys know about this, or if you don't, you will know about it today. Anyhow, during that show, they took a regular latex paint and they made it into a spray. And I'm saying, well, how'd they do that? Anyhow, the way they did that was with this this system right here. Okay, and what it consists of is a jar. It has markings on the side, so you can dilute your paint or mix your paint or whatever. And because it's latex, I can use water. But it also has a propellant on top of here, and this makes any paint that you put in this jar a spray paint. And that's going to help me out tremendously as far as me doing my concrete bases, because I won't see any brush strokes, I won't have to do it more than once, and so on and so forth. Also, sorry about being out of the camera, they sell extra propellants. So basically you have a spray can that's going to last you forever. Another thing I noticed, and I know a lot of us are on budgets, and I was out to buy yesterday's when I went out to buy some spray paint that I need for doing the project that's behind me, which is Western Refining. I wanted flat black. Well, you know, a can of flat black is about $4 or so. But anyhow, before I went to Home Depot, I was checking the availability on what they had, and I noticed one thing that I came across. Was this is one of the brands that they sell in their store. This can of paint costs 97 cents. So I don't know how it works yet, but I'm about to find out today. So anyhow, stay tuned, and I'll show you what I've done so far to prepare the foundation for Western Refining, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Here we are at Western Refining, and I'm going to show you what the preparations for the striping for this complex is going to be. In the video, the time-lapse video, I showed you I was using this green masking tape, which is actually a 1/4 inch. But when I started to look at it, I decided that the green was a bit too big for N scale, so I went to this one here, which is a 1/16 of an inch, which made a big difference. So let me get you over to show you what I did. First thing I did was, around the truck loading zone, this will all be a yellow striping here, and as we move towards the front, you see that I have all my parking spots there. And just to show you guys, I have enough room for 5 vehicles here. And this last one right here will be, it's a little bit wider, so it's going to be a handicap spot. And so there I can get 5 vehicles parked in there. Now the green tape on the outside here, like I always tell you guys, I never glue on top of paint. So this is actually preparing to mount my little knee wall that I'm going to have here, like this. So it has a good clean surface to adhere to. Then the green stripe also will be here, which is the same thing for the other side of the knee wall. So again, I get a good adhesion. But the rest of this green stripe all the way down the entire complex, it's going to be, I guess, a property line or whatever you want to call it. Again, in here, sorry for the movement of the camera, in here will be more striping. This is another truck loading zone, and the striping you see here in front of the tanks and around the truck loading zone will be safety yellow. I also went ahead, like I told you guys I was going to do, and I cut the doors off of that container, and I put a couple of odds and ends in front of it. Anyhow, the next step will be to paint this guy up with the flat black that I just bought, and we'll see how that works. And also, if you can see way back here, there'll be more yellow striping. So let me go ahead out into my garage and paint these guys up and take the tape off, and we'll see what it looks like together. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at here now is the painted foundation or ground cover, or whatever you want to call it. As you can see, I got all my yellow striping in there, and my more yellow striping right here, and also I got my parking facility done, and you can see the blue here is for the handicap. Anyhow, give me a minute and I'll put all the structures on here and we'll see what it looks like. So stay tuned and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to start from the front here. We're going to see the parking spots that I have made for this industry here. And eventually, I'll be putting these BLMA car stops there. And then we'll go ahead and move on over. My little knee walls are permanently attached. The sign is not attached yet, not until I put the ground cover in. Here's the buildings. As you can see right there, I got the truck loading marked off. I did extend this out because I forgot about the conventionals. I was basically measuring it for the cab overs. But anyhow, I redid that and gave them room to park the entire truck there. And in here we got our other truck loading zone. Again with the yellow stripes, and then we got our tanker loading zone and all my tanks, and you can see back there's another more safety lines, and we got a little maintenance truck right here, and my container. The container is going to get painted a different color. I don't know what color yet, but it's not going to stay that gray color. And then finally back here we have our little another little storage shed. These buildings are all prototypical. They may not be placed in the right positions, but they are prototypical. Anyhow, hope you guys are enjoying this little series that I'm going to be doing here. As always, your questions, comments, input, and subs are always welcome. For now, DNSF 6951 out.